Hey guys, David here, and welcome to Digital Outlook. Guys, we have an amazing show for you today. Brad Garlinghouse issues major warning, and XRP sleeping giant about to awaken. So, guys, let's get to it. So, guys, if you have been in this space for any time at all, one thing that you've experienced are some major shoe drops in this ecosystem. Of course, one of the biggest ones happened in December of 2020 when the SEC slapped their lawsuit down on Ripple as Jay Clayton walked out the door. And that had major reverberations in this digital asset space. And of course, for XRP. Now, guys, we have heard some big time rumblings of some other storms that have been brewing for a long while. And Brad Garlinghouse has come out to issue a major warning and weather report for this digital asset space. Guys, just check this article out right over here. Ripple CEO issues major USDT warning. The US government is going after Tether. The stunning warning was one of the highlights of a wide-ranging conversation with Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse. Just listen to this. During a recent conversation with Chris Vasquez, the host of World Class, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse issued a major warning about Tether, the largest stablecoin issuer. The US government is going after Tether. That is clear to me, quote unquote, he stressed. I view Tether as a very important part of the ecosystem, the Ripple CEO noted. He finds it hard to predict the exact impact that it will have on the ecosystem. Tether's flagship USDT stablecoin is currently valued at $111 billion according to CoinGecko data. Guys, there have been all kinds of conjecture swirling around Tether. It seems almost uncanny how when Bitcoin's price goes up, hey, more Tether seems to be issued. And there's been all kinds of accounting inadequacies that have been swirling around Tether for a long time. And right now, guys, Brad Garlinghouse is coming out to confirm, hey, the US government is going to target Tether now. If Tether was to totally unravel, it would have major impacts across this entire digital asset space, zero doubt. But guys, I do believe that should that happen, we are going to see some major other players come in and close up the gap, and it will probably not be as impactful, meaning long lasting. Certainly there will be reverberations and possibly a big dump in the market because of the uncertainty and all the fear that would go around that. But if it does happen, guys, we know that in June Ripple themselves may be issuing their own stablecoin, along with USDC taking a bigger and bigger bite out of Tether's market share. Guys, big things are happening in this space. Just listen to this down here as well. During the conversation, the Ripple CEO recalled that he was exposed to Bitcoin around 2012. However, he was skeptical of the idea that the cryptocurrency could replace banks. This is why Ripple's approach, which aimed to combine traditional finance with cryptocurrencies, made more sense to him. Garlinghouse revealed that he had an opportunity to work at ride-sharing giant Uber, but he realized that this was not going to change his life in a meaningful way. At that point, he was willing to take risks. While communicating with Ripple co-founder Chris Larsen, Garlinghouse became intrigued by the audacious concept of the Internet of Value, as well as potential use cases for the XRP token. Now listen to this. At the same time, Garlinghouse, who was promoted to the CEO of Ripple back in 2016, admits that he feels lonely at the helm of the company since he does not have peers like he did at Yahoo. Listen to this bit here. Garlinghouse admitted that getting sued by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission marked a pretty dark time for Ripple. He stressed that Ripple's employees felt like they were part of the mission since the company was transparent about their developments in the legal battle. It brought us together, he added. Guys, Ripple has been out there and they had been working with the SEC for years and years and years before they dropped this lawsuit on them, and as transparent as can be. And in fact, the very fact that they are using USDT as their go-to in the ODL market in the United States, while they're fighting this whole thing on the ODL and abiding by Judge Annalisa Torres's decision back there, shows that they have been working hand in glove to comply with regulations. But guys, it seems like no matter what compliance they have done, you got the SEC absolutely out there trying to shoot as many holes into them as possible. And each and every time, Ripple has come out absolutely victorious. And guys, I believe that this next decision is going to literally blow people's minds. And I absolutely believe that Ripple's going to come out on top and we are going to absolutely be victorious in this fight. I'll tell you what. Now, listen to this. Meanwhile, on July 13th, 2023, the day Ripple scored a partial victory against the SEC marked the highest high for the company. According to Garlinghouse, I broke down crying, he confessed during the conversation. Well, guys, I remember when it happened, and I was out with my kids and stuff at the water park, and boy, I practically exploded in tears of joy myself. It was truly amazing. And even though we've seen the price come back, the fact that XRP has got absolute legal clarity in this digital asset space that no other digital asset, including Bitcoin, has, granted to it by a federal judge in federal court, is absolutely phenomenal. And you've listened to the fuzzers say, well, they're going to appeal this, they're going to appeal that, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. Almost every single time, these guys have turned out to be absolutely wrong. And guys, you got them out there right now saying the SEC is going to absolutely demolish Ripple, they're going to appeal this. I do not believe it. Guys, I absolutely believe we are going to see an adjudication in this case that's going to be fair and balanced throughout. And I do not believe for 1 second that you're going to watch the SEC get a $2 billion fine out of Ripple. Not on your life. And as far as the ODL, I believe that decision is going to get reviewed again. And why? Because, guys, the contracts that Ripple is using for on-demand liquidity have absolutely evolved to match the compliance that Judge Annalisa Torres was looking for. And on top of that, when you see these ODL partners and they're utilizing XRP, they're not buying it as an investment based on the efforts of others. They're buying it based on the utility that it provides, and they're utilizing it for fractions of seconds when they do these transactions, and they're using it as that utility and keeping it on the books for that purpose. And that is exactly what it is. It's like having a tool in your toolbox. And when you need it, you got it, you use it. And that's it, guys. It's not about, hey, how much is this going to turn around and based on the efforts of others as an investment? Not at all. And I think Judge Torres is going to absolutely see that. And we are going to get a win big time. That's what I believe for sure. Now, Garlinghouse is convinced that the SEC is not going to succeed in curtailing the crypto industry. The current regulatory pressure will be viewed as merely a bump down the road for the crypto market. Ripple boss says that he could not trade crypto since it is hard for him to predict specific timelines. So he's not out there trading it. Neither am I. Guys, I'll tell you what, Judy and I are hodlers. We are not traders. We're not out trading it, and we do not leverage. We go out there, we assess an asset, we make a decision, we make an investment, and then we hold it to when we believe it is going to be the absolute best time for us to exit, if we exit at all. That's why, guys, I'm always out there saying, you get out there, you research it for yourself, build up your own confidence. Because, guys, I can share with you my conviction. I cannot give you the confidence that goes with it. And furthermore, if I could talk you into it, someone else can talk you out of it. And don't you think that the answers you find for yourself are the ones you trust the most? That's absolutely true for the majority of us, guys. Go out and dig up those answers. I'll tell you what. Now, speaking of black swan events that could affect the industry, Garlinghouse does not see quantum computing as a potential threat to crypto. Absolutely not, guys. We are seeing literally what the SHA 256 is literally evolving into even more and more strengthened encryption. And it will take a lot more than just quantum computing to crack a lot of these ecosystems, that for sure. Now, guys, I want to show you something else right over here. Just check this article out. Sleeping giant XRP about to awaken. Why Ripple's XRP $5 eruption price now looks nigh. Now, just listen to this. Throughout 2024, Ripple's XRP has lagged behind its top crypto rivals, registering around 4.5% year to date returns and failing to revisit its peak value set in January of 2018. Contrary, the wider cryptocurrency market has grown considerably, gaining circa 55% during the same time frame. Well, guys, the wider cryptocurrency market, what are they really talking about? They're talking about Bitcoin and a few other altcoins out there, but it is not the majority of the crypto market. It may be the majority value because, of course, Bitcoin constitutes for more than half of the entire market capitalization for all of crypto. So that's where that number is coming from. A little bit hazy, I'd say, the way they wrote it. But needless to say, the key reason behind XRP's underperformance is the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's pending case against Ripple. A court ruled last year that Ripple's XRP sales to institutional customers constituted unlawful security sales. Now, are they going to tell us that the XRP sold in the secondary market does not constitute, security sales? Guys, no, they're not. They're not going to throw that out there. The regulator has now requested a federal judge to impose a $2 billion penalty on the fintech startup. And like I say, guys, I do not believe for a second that they're ever going to get that. Now, however, according to EVI CEO Matthew Dixon, the tides could soon turn in favor of XRP. Dixon suggested that the forthcoming Consumer Price Index report for April, which is set to be released on May the 15th, could awaken the sleeping giant and drive the XRP price to new heights. He anticipates a weaker than expected CPI index to light the fire under the XRP bulls. Now, economists estimate that the CPI rose 0.3% month on month in April ahead of the Wednesday report, which could cast doubt on hopes for a Federal Reserve rate cut this summer. Nevertheless, lower than expected numbers would benefit risk assets such as major altcoins like XRP. And guys, you heard the ECB come out there and they themselves said, look, we're going to be looking down the road here in the summer to cut rates. I believe 100% the SEC is itching to cut rates, especially when you're in an election year like this one. And another thing, guys, they absolutely want to turn that printing press on like you cannot fathom. Now, listen to this. Despite facing extreme sell pressure over the last 5 years, XRP remains in a consolidation phase, with the XRP army tentatively looking out for a huge breakout that could propel its price past the magical $5 milestone, setting a new record high. One thing that I'd like to point out here, guys, when it's talking about this extreme sell pressure over the last 5 years, do you realize that ever since 2013, when XRP came on the scene, it has never, and I mean never, not once left the top 10 for market cap in the entirety of that history for this entirety of this digital asset space. Now, that is phenomenal when you consider the pressure that it's been under because of this case. Absolutely mind-bending. Never, not once in the entirety of this digital asset space and the history of these markets has it ever left the top 10 for market cap. So the sell pressure isn't as great as what a lot of folks are presenting right there. Now, Ripple and the SEC are currently in lawsuits remedy stage. Now, Ripple's chief legal officer, Stuart Alderati, recently indicated that the 4-year-long battle is almost coming to an end, and I believe that for sure. As the crypto community eagerly awaits the outcome of the long, drawn-out suit, experts expect a final judgment around September. In fact, I've heard people say August, July to September, so it could be any time in there. Meanwhile, Ripple is primed to launch XRPL enterprise solutions to the Japanese market via strategic partnership with Tokyo-based consulting company HashKeyDX. Guys, it has only expanded. That's another thing to think about. In the length of time that this case has been going on in the last 4 years, you would think that Ripple, that would be their sole focus, and that's it. Not on your life. They have been out there in the wide world making a big dent in this ecosystem and making partnership after partnership after partnership, opening offices in Dubai, in Ireland, in the UK, in Australia, in Canada, of course, expanding here in the US. Truly phenomenal what's been going on, that's for sure. Now, guys, just check this out. SBI VC, venture capitalist trade, joins XRP Ledger as a new validator. Now, listen to this. We know that SBI is a big time partner of Ripple in Japan, but guys, it is going on like crazy. They are even expanding their relationship in a powerful way. Now, listen to this. SBI VC Trade, Japan's leading cryptocurrency exchange, has launched its validator on the XRP ledger. The move aims to represent XRP holders' voices and contribute to the ledger's development. Now listen to this. SBI VC Trade announced the launch of its validator on the XRP ledger on May 10th, today, 2024. The exchange aims to achieve recognition by the XRP ledger community through stable operations. Additionally, earning validator status enables inclusion of the unique node list recommended by the XRP Ledger Foundation. SBVC Trade's mission extends beyond technical operation. The exchange aims to represent the interests of its XRP holding clientele. Guys, a lot of people go out there and say, oh, well, it's all centralized. Ripple controls it all and da. Now, SBI is a Ripple partner, but guys, I'll tell you what, these validators are literally responding to their own clientele in terms of what happens in the XRP ecosystem. And by the way, anybody can hold a node on the XRP ledger. This will involve collecting feedback through surveys, allowing customers to directly influence decision making within the XRP ledger. The positions SBI VC Trade as a champion for the Japanese XRP community. Guys, this is a major deal. And all we're seeing is growth upon growth upon growth for this ecosystem. And I absolutely agree. XRP is a sleeping giant. Guys, there are come a day, in my personal belief, when people are going to look back on the prices that we see today and they're going to think, why, oh, why did I not get in when I could? How many of us have a Bitcoin story? And we all can go back and talk about that. Guys, I believe the same thing is going to be said about XRP in the future, and it is going to be mind-blowing. In fact, those of us that have been out there and doing it, a lot of people are going to come knocking on our door. They're going to ask us 2 questions. How did you know? And why didn't you tell me? That is exactly what I believe is going to transpire. But guys, like I say, you go out there, you do some digging on your own, and you are going to see, in my estimation, your eyes are going to be open in a powerful way, and it'll really be something just to see what's coming down the road. You at least owe it to yourself to do that. If you come to the conclusion it's not for you, then A-okay, but at least you've done the due diligence to see whether or not it really could impact you, not just for yourself, but for your family generationally. So guys, one thing that we've all seen in this space is that things can change on a dime. And that is why it is so vitally important that you get your plan in place before it absolutely takes off. And what our coaching program offers, that is where you and I can meet personally, one-on-one, for 1 hour over Zoom. And during that time, I share with you our personal journey in that last bull run and what enabled Judy and I to experience some amazing financial success. I share with you the mistakes we made so that you don't have to fall into the same pitfalls we did. We take a look at your portfolio and make sure that it's balanced towards your goals, and we work together to develop your exit strategy. We can even get your assets off an exchange and onto a hardware wallet, along with delivering to you some amazing techniques that are really going to help you in this space. Now, the cost of that is $250, and if that's something that interests you, you write me right there at coaching@thedigitaloutlook.com and we'll get y'all booked in. So guys, I truly hope that you enjoyed today's video, and as always, it's not financial advice, it's just my 2 cents. Hit the like and subscribe and drop your comments right down there in the comment section, and I'll catch you in the next one.